Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. Elric here, continuing our playthrough here of Rimworld. Uh, Last episode, basically, we've been kind of fighting a little bit of issues here with our newest colonist, Poopy. He actually is very unhappy. He's thrown a temper tantrum. I've been tearing stuff up inside his room. I've had to knock him out a couple of different times. He did actually uh, beat up Lily, our delicate, nonviolent person. It's interesting. She's our cook and farmer. She did take quite a few shots here. She's resting right now. She should be able to get up very, very soon. I'm gonna actually make her get up here in just a moment. Evie is finishing up our research on terrain rehabilitation, where we can use our tilled soil, and Carrie and Jack are finishing up deconstructing this area right here a little bit, trying to get us enough granite blocks to install our crematorium. However, I still think we're going to be a hair bit short, which is perfectly fine. We'll work on it. However, the very first thing I'm going to do, like I said at the end of the last episode, we're going to use convert on Poopy. We've got 22 hours. Okay, I understand. Yeah, 22 hours, and we'll be able to do that. So within the next day, hopefully, in doing that, all these here debuffs will go away. I'm kind of hoping that actually works for us. If he can convert over to our ideology, those will go away. And that will definitely help out his mood tremendously. We'll see if that plays out like that, though. So, ooh, got a little bit of mess up right there. So, we're going to have to get a little bit of cleaning done. I think we have all the plants besides what's in this walkway cut. Um, yeah, Evie is pregnant. That's why we have a crib in here. We have some child's toys, such, and she is resting a little bit more than she was, not doing the research quite as often. But that's because she is in the process of housing a live being. She's going to take care of having the baby here very soon. I believe she's still in her first trimester, so not quite as pressing, but it won't be long. That it's definitely something we're going to have to be worrying about. Uh, Making sure that we have maybe a medical room and things like that. I believe that's one of my next things we're going to have to worry about building. Let's see, how's everybody looking right now? Jack, what are you doing? Making a duster, which is fine. We do need some of those made. He is actually doing his mining job. She is up now and consuming a meal. If she goes back to bed, I'm going to kind of turn off her bed rest. I don't think it's something we need to worry about. Yeah, she's going to go back to rest. She doesn't need to rest that much now. Let's see. Let's go ahead. I think I can draft her and make her. Yeah, she's going to start cooking again. Okay, that works because she doesn't need to be resting. I mean, she's got a little bit of stuff going on. I mean, she's in pain and such, but it's not that bad. She is delicate. That's one reason her pain is severe because, of course, that increases the pain, or well, basically decreases her pain tolerance. Minor break risk. Carrie is upset. Why are we upset? Yeah, he wants the apparel. He's sweaty. Well, that's okay. Ate without a table. That's not my fault. Yeah, I know you have an awful bedroom. We'll take care of that going forward. Now, he's rebuffed by Evie, which kind of irritates me because he actually broke up with her. That's on him. That's his fault. Lily is now once again roaming. Yeah, once we get this terrain rehabilitation research done, which it is done as of now. Cool. So let's go into our research screen real quick. I got it paused. I want to figure out what we want to go from here. Got our solar panels in. Got stuff like. Let's do sterile materials just so we can do a small medical area and have the sterile floors for when we do give birth here. And we've got to figure out where we want to put that. I think we might actually just extend this and put it right here. Just a small medical area for people to be, kind of heal in. And we can expand it later on if we need to. So first thing first, let's reinstall this up here. That'll work. She is idle, so... Alright, what's Jack do? Jack's resting. Carrie, he's still doing his mining job, but for now, let's go in here under floors. We can now use our tilled soil, which would be really kind of cool. I'm just going to kind of do it just like this. And any spot that I see for now that does not have this right here. Let's see. Don't think it has it right there. Maybe this corner. So the rest of this is rich soil. I'll leave that alone for now. But I want to go ahead and extend this out and maybe... Yeah, I think leave it like that. I think we're good like that for now. Because if it gets cold in the winter, I want to be prepared to kind of be able to put some sun lamps in here and box this off and make a couple of growing houses or greenhouses, which will be fine. But for now, we're going to leave it like this and see how it plays out. I mean, it is 87 degrees. It is the beginning of summer, however. So, but we'll go ahead and get this put in, and we'll extend our growing areas out. Maybe get some cotton going and other things as well. Go ahead and actually start that as well now. Actually, I'm going to wait until we get the tilled soil down before I do any growing, because I want to make sure that the plants have full advantage of it. And I don't know if you sow on top of it and then till it, if it tears up the plants. I guess we'll see right through here if it does that, because I do have some of those spots kind of set. But also, I don't know if it would actually benefit the plants. It might have to be the next time they're sowed. I don't know how the game would work. So no, it doesn't get rid of the plants. Okay, good. If you notice, it does have a different texture. I'll probably go ahead and convert all this over to this eventually, just for the simple fact, that way it all looks uniform. But for now, we're going to leave it like this. I'm quite content with that. But now all of this will have 140% growing speed. Yes, if you notice down here in the lower left, it does say 140%. The mod actually is a 200% increase there, which is basically double the speed. And I thought that was a little overpowered. I didn't want to feel like I was cheating the game, but I think it, it does kind of make sense that if you can do tilled soil, that it would kind of equal the same as rich soil, because when you till it, and you kind of put fertilizer in it, it kind of makes sense. And I mean, even Neolithic people could till plants, and stuff. Well, maybe not Neolithic, but what, 10,000 years ago, we were doing some agriculture and actually tilling the land and such. So I mean, if we knew it then, we would know it now, or at least in the time of Rimworld, especially. All right, so he's going to take that down and move this over, and we're going to put in our medical bay right here in just a minute. I think that's kind of a top priority, so we can make sure that we have a healthy labor and delivery. Once it's time for Evie to have her baby. All right, yeah, we're going to finish this up here. We'll go ahead and get these growing sections in. This is a construction job, so we want to make sure he finishes that, and then we'll work on the medical center here. And then I think our next thing, we'll actually probably let him kind of come over here, and once that's done, we'll come over and finish these dusters up. I want to make sure everybody has a duster. So in fact, actually, let's go into that bill. We'll go ahead and do 5. Okay, so he is ready to convert. I'm not sure what he's doing. Oh, good. He just walked over there. Let's have you roll in here and convert this young gentleman, and hopefully 21%. So we'll still have to do it one more time. Of course, that's going to make him irritated. Let's see. Yep. That's another -5. So he's just going to be upset. I think we can actually try to convert once again, and hopefully it will take care of it. And he'll go in 3 days. So once he joins our faction, I believe he will actually be a little bit better for us. So let's go ahead and haul these out of the way. Actually, I could have had Lily come over here and actually cut those down. Alright, so got a small little spot over here. Let's zone this in. Man, I'm digging this music. This is one of the mods. It's called P Music. If you guys are interested, I really like it. Alright, so she doesn't come over here and immediately start sewing stuff. Let's see, what would we like to put in here? do some psychweed. I don't want to do a lot of it right now, but I kind of want to put that in. That way, if we have a mood break, somebody could drink the psychweed tea. Generally, I don't think you can become super addicted to it if you're drinking the tea. Now, of course, if you're doing the, what is it, yayo or whatever the psychoid, the higher one, basically the cocaine idea, you know, the good stuff. Cocaine's a hell of a drug, guys. If you do that, you can become addicted. So we're going to do the psychoid tea, and I'm kind of cool with that. All right, new growing area here. Let's see, how much room do we have? Might even bring that down a little bit. Kind of go down to here. I'm going to do cotton here, just so we can start working on having some more cloth production. I mean, if nothing else, we could sell the clothes. So, cotton plant. And another grow area. Kind of right here. And let's see what we would like to put here. I think a little bit more food would definitely be in order. Let's do tomatoes. Cool. Alright, so she could start working on all that because that actually is sowable and there is tilled ground under there. And then once we get these in, we'll start adding some more grow areas over here. Alright, so Lily, hang on, do we have her? Yes. Let's unrestrict you. Now you should be able to actually come over and do what you need to do. Yeah, actually, she's got to actually take care of these rice plants, which is perfectly fine. We'll get those into the freezer. That's awesome. Poopy, I'm actually going to limit you going anywhere because who knows what you may do if you think you can take off somewhere. I really don't know. We still have a lot of stuff in here that needs hauled. I think actually that's going to be my next top priority. We'll get this stuff in and then I'm going to kind of top priority, move this stuff out of here so I can kind of get this cleaned up and get it organized. That would be great. First of all, let's get this moved in. Yeah, grab that. That's perfectly fine. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I think she's taking that to cook. I started to say she can't haul, but she was taking that in to cook, actually, so that works. Alright, so now Carrie should come over here and finish up this area. We can get that put in. Yeah, it doesn't take long to get the tilled soil in, which works just fine. Awesome. Okay, so that's in now. We'll let it keep going. Let's put in another grow zone here. I'm trying to think. Maybe something like this. I'm thinking, maybe do some tea plant. And then, now some of this will get adjusted going forward because eventually we'll do hops when we can do beer production and things like that. But for now, this will work. Is there anything down here we probably really need? Not really. We already have some hill root in. We don't have to worry about those for now. Let's put some sugar cane in. And then we'll do another small section right here. And pumpkins will work just fine. Just give it different variety and nice size growing area now. So Lily should definitely stay busy and we shouldn't have to worry about her being idle between cooking and working on the basically the garden we have here, the large growing area. And yes, we've got a little bit of time. All right, so let's do this. Let's move him up to 1 in tailoring. That way he does that before he does constructing. And Carrie can do some constructing. What we'll do, we'll come in here. And we'll go ahead and work on getting... too far. Now, is that going to be big enough to put some hospital beds in? Let's make sure. Like I said, this can actually be made bigger later on because I know you can do the vitals monitors and things like that. But for now, we'll just get 3 beds in there. That's all we really need. cancel this. And let's get a door in. Right there, that'll work. And once she has finished sterile materials, we can come in and sterilize the floor, and everything should be fairly good for a minor hospital. Like I said, eventually we'll probably extend it out a little bit further, make it a little bit bigger, and definitely a little bit better. But that's what we're going to focus on now because we do have an impending birth coming up, guys. Let's see, where is Evie? I think she's still in the first trimester because I think we will get a notification over here. Yes. Yeah, okay, that's fine. What's the temperatures in these rooms? They look fairly decent. Okay, and we'll start have to kind of keep an eye on these areas just to make sure. We may have to put an air conditioner in here, and that will be also something else we will need temperature-wise. Probably a vent into here. Yeah, we'll put it there, that's fine. Alright, and everybody's in bed except... Oh, no, well, Jack just hopped up. I guess he's ready to rock and roll. Alright, he's going to come over here. We need to get a light in here. I was hoping to hold off and get like a floodlight with the advanced lights, but for now we'll do this. Nothing else, we can reinstall it later. Do that as well. Actually, Jack, real quick, because it's kind of pointless. Let's get you to prioritize doing that real quick. We need to get some of this steel kind of hauled. I don't want to really do a haul urgently. We don't have a hauler, really. I mean, we have a lot of people doing other stuff. Yeah. Actually, in fact, let's check real quick. Make sure. Yeah, there's our 31. Ooh, yeah, we have some components outside for sure. Can I click on that component again? Come on now. I want to click on haul urgently to get those components brought in. I don't want them to kind of decay on us. I believe those are down here somewhere. Which says we have a predator in this area. Is that the rhinoceroses or whatever? Oh, it's a fox. That's fine. Yeah, this right here is another mod. I kind of like having it so we can kind of keep an eye on what's going on in the area. That's a cougar. Yeah, they will actually hunt us, so we've got to be careful with that. But for now, it's okay. I think they're bringing up the components now. Yep, that's our 40 components that we have, so we're doing okay on components again. And Evie is doing some work here, and Poopy is in bed. I'm fine with that. He can stay in bed as long as he wants to lay there, because he's not really any benefit to us right now. In fact, he's more of a detriment. Yeah, that's... Hopefully he just stays there. And eventually he'll come out of this, I believe. He's still actually high on it. That'll help too. Once that's kind of gone, this addiction, I think it'll make a big difference for him as far as mood. Medical, that's fine. Get this put in. Jack, I thought we had you on tailoring first. We do have one, and he made a t-shirt. Okay, so we're probably going to have to actually do some hunting. That makes sense. Not animals, but wildlife. What do we have we can hunt? Ooh, okay, so we have some deer. Take out a couple of the bucks. It's all bucks. We'll do 3 of the bucks. Maybe a doe. What else we have on the map that might give us quite a bit of leather? We'll do a boar. A couple of the yaks. a turkey. Ancient mech. Okay, that's fine. Alright, that works. Alright, sterile materials are done. So let's see where we want to go from here. We don't really need to worry about geothermal power just yet. And I'm not really worried about getting microelectronics very, very quickly. The psychoid brewing will be handy for when our psychoid stuff kind of... Yeah, so that minor break risk, if we need it, we could actually use it. You know, the psychoid leaves. I think it won't really be that big a deal. I don't think his needs are that bad. Yeah, he's sweaty. So can we you know what? Let's force wear this. I think that'll get rid of that sweaty idea over time. Yeah, and he didn't take off his anything. That's good. Okay. Yeah, he's just going to be a little bit cranky. Did I get rid of the sweaty? That actually did get rid of the sweaty, so that's cool. He has an awful bedroom. Yeah, and he's outside in the dark. I mean, it'll be fine. That'll kind of go away once he actually goes and rests. It's perfectly fine. These guys are resting. What's Lily doing? She's probably in between. She's taking a rest here. Let's go ahead and haul this stuff urgently and get it where it needs to be. That would be great. So we do have some wake up on the ground. Okay. I guess because she's still hurt, she thinks she has to come in here. I mean, this room's not even ready for the... I mean, she has a couple bruises. Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, we'll need a light in here for sure. And now we can actually come in here, I believe in floors. Sterile tile. Cool. Wow. I think this will look really good. I do have a mod that does extra flooring, so that's probably where some of these designs are coming from. I think I'm gonna do this in here. And I'm not going to do this one because, like I said, when we get the advanced research benches, we may actually move that. May actually make this a larger hospital, and we'll move that to a different research room because it'll have to be a little bit bigger, especially if we want to put 2 of those in there. But that's fine. Okay, so we should have Jack should be hunting, and he's making t-shirt as well. Well, he's going to do that first. Did we get the dusters? Okay, why are we doing t-shirts before dusters? Let's hold off on those. Well, I guess he needs to make... Can I cancel? Okay, there, yeah. So let's let him do that. Okay, so he's probably going to go hunting first. Yeah, and then he should be able to come in here and continue to make some dusters for our fine folks here. I think Evie actually has a cloak on, so she may not need... Yeah, she doesn't need a duster. So I can actually turn this down and make 3. Oh, what? Hang on, Carrie's got one on. What's he got on? He has a jacket. So he doesn't really need a duster either. It'll be Lily and Pepe. What's he got? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and just do 2 dusters for now. That'll work. Okay. And then we'll turn up everything else on the tailoring, and everything should look pretty good there. Oh, saw that too. Because I'm trying to get this room right here done, and then I'd like to get it cleaned as well. Oh yeah, let's jump to the ancient. Yeah, I think we can do something like that. Ship to the Stars is actually another one. This is the original in-game for Rimworld. Basically the if you will, the vanilla type idea. What you're wanting to do is come over here and get this ship, and this actually will take you to the stars. But a lot of times it's way away from where we're at. But having a graph ship, we might be able to jump there. It might be our end game. I haven't decided how we're going to end the game, really. No storage space. for the pants. Yeah, I think I've got these storage kind of messed up here. We'll just do this for now. So that should be able to be hauled. All right. Oh, okay, cool. Look at this. So that he actually is talking to him. What is that under? Is that under... Was that Carrie? I guess Warden, maybe... Sure. We'll turn that up and see if we can work on his disposition there. Oh, okay, we are now in the second trimester here, so we're getting closer, but we are working on our hospital room, so everything should be good to go by the time we get to that point. In fact, I actually will do a priority zone in here. 2 slots. And what I will do is come in here to settings. This will be critical. And clear everything. No rotten, but we were looking for medicine. And this will be... What type of medicine do we have that's really good? I know we have the herbal. Oh, it would be over here. Yeah, just standard medicine. I don't think we have any glitter world. So for now, this is where we want our medicine. Nope, nope, nope. Just the regular medicine. There we go. And that's a critical. And I believe this is a preferred stock. Oop. Yes, so they should move that into here. That way we have it readily available if someone's either very hurt or when she goes into labor. That works. So we'll go ahead and do that. And let them finish up in here. What's Jack doing? He's consuming a... Oh, well, he's right there. He's consuming a meal. That's fine. I need to do some cleaning in here. So that this will be a great job for this guy, but unfortunately, he can't do that. Once again, does he have anything he can be doing? I mean, he can do the art. I don't know if we can do the crematorium. I didn't check that right now. I had a couple other things on my mind. Do you really actually have to have granite? You used to be able to make that out of any block, so we may have to actually look to purchase some granite blocks down the road. I don't know. Yeah, these floors are going to take a little while to do, but they'll be worth it because it'll keep this room sterile. We actually do need to actually sterilize this room as well, but I want to finish this one up first. Alright, he's here making some stuff. That's perfectly fine. And did we finish our hunt job? Not quite yet. Yeah, we still have quite a bit to hunt. That's perfectly fine. Still ain't even got these hauled out of here. The hauling job is really kind of hurting us right now. I mean, like all this is right on the ground. I have to do haul urgently to make sure it gets put where it needs to go. Which is perfectly fine. I don't mind that so much, but some of this other stuff is kind of crazy. Let's go harvest that, get that out of the way. Might actually come in here and do a walkway shortly for this area. Yeah, just a walkway right through here, and maybe one through here, or something just to kind of speed them up a little bit. It's fine. Let's see, check this. Okay, nothing's growing back in here, which is perfect. And how is our excess? Still looking pretty decent on the excess. Our batteries are staying full. That's the main thing. Of course, we really haven't added any electrical needs right now, but you know, those are coming. Do we have a research project? Yes, we're doing the Psych IT. Where will we go from there? Probably... No, we'll do fishing. We'll do fishing. Actually, we'll go ahead and switch to fishing. Because what that will do will allow Poopy to actually do something. He will be able to actually come in here and do a little bit of fishing for us. He's a level 5. And of course, that will help put up his animal tending and such. It's fine. It'll give him something to do. Need to get some of this stuff hauled here. All that. Just want to make sure it gets into the cooler. This and these. Okay. She does have our cotton plants down. She's working on this here. Tomatoes. Still got all this to do. She was actually in the process of doing this, initially. So that's perfectly fine. What I may do is move this down just a touch to give her a chance to do the sewing. I mean, 80 mils would be perfectly fine for 5 people. I'm not really worried about it, but I'd like for her to come out here and finish up the sewing job. That way we've got some of this stuff growing here in summer. That way it'll grow summer, fall. We'll maybe get a harvest on everything that's out here right now. And of course, if we see it may get too cold and these plants may die, like I said, we could box this in. We may even prepare this, put in a wall without a roof once we get some of this other stuff built. But we'll kind of prepare it and just have it ready if we do need to do the grow-in lights and such. We don't. I mean, that's perfectly fine too, because those do take a lot of electricity. I mean, we have plenty of excess right now. I mean, even at night, we're sitting at a 3,200 excess roughly. Yeah, I mean, that's no big deal. I think, let's look at the garden tools real quick while they're kind of doing some stuff. All right, we'll put one down, pause it for a second. I want to click on it. How much power? Ooh, these are 1,500. Wow. Are all of those 1,500? Because that's a lot of power. 2 of those would be my excess, so, which is fine. I mean, we'd have to work around it. What about this one? Is this a little bit lower? No, they're 1,500. Okay. All right, so if we do have to do that, we'll definitely have to look at getting some more solar panels in and a few things like probably some more batteries. Now, however, I do have a place to put the batteries if we have to do that. It's something I kind of always do. We'll show you what I do with those going forward. All right, another thing I want to check. Well, this is midsummer. I mean, if this is as hot as it gets, we probably don't need air conditioning unless we have a heat wave, which we could prepare for in the future. May not see that happen this summer, though, so might not be something we have to worry about quite so much. All right, looks like everything is hauled. Lily is doing a little bit of butchering. Excellent. And she's finishing up. I think we've got this spot here, a couple of spots there. Yeah, should have everything sewed very, very shortly. Jack, what are you doing? He's hunting still. Evie is researching. Yeah, he's finishing up this here. I think we actually have to do underneath the door, too. I could be wrong, but we'll go ahead and do it. Just to make sure. Now, see, this would be a perfect opportunity. If Poopy could actually clean, he could come in here and clean. He could clean. I mean, and do the hauling. If he wasn't incapable of the dumb labor, it would be great. But, I mean, it is what it is. We got him on a whim, accepted the quest, and found out it really didn't help us much. But that's fine. Carrie, what are you doing here? Okay, so you're going to finish this job here. I'm probably going to have you do a couple of extra things. Yeah. He's grabbing the silver to finish this up. And the good thing is we didn't use a lot of silver to do that room. Less than 200, so, or right about 200. Because I think we had like 2003 silver. Maybe a little bit more. I can't remember if we sold anything else. All right, Carrie, what are we doing? All in herbal medicine. Let's go in here and clean real quick. Can you clean? Is there anything else to clean? Okay, so that's perfectly clean now. Should be good. Dull hospital. It's sterile, rather tight, mediocre, and ugly. Well, that's fine. I mean, as long as it's functional, that's the main thing I was worried about. He's bringing the medicine over. So we'll definitely be in good shape for when she goes into labor, or if by chance we have a raid and someone gets drastically hurt. Let's hope that doesn't happen. So he's actually doing some hauling jobs. I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, Jack can do a work drive. Let's hold off and see who we want to do that on. Oh, actually, I see a spot of filth in here. Oh, that's where he came in. Let's go in there and clean that real quick. Good. Quest available? The monument building. Okay, so this is for 5 honor. Or advance. This would be a book. It's a masterwork book. We might actually go for that with a little bit of silver. Or goodwill. I'm not doing goodwill. We have to have blocks. Okay, how many granite blocks do we have? I don't want to do the granite. I only have 31 granite blocks. Wow. Was there any more left on the ground over here? 65. Well, we could get some blocks cut. What do we have the most of sitting right here? Marble? Marble's pretty valuable. Let's do the sandstone, because I believe it said we could do that, and I really don't care if we use the sandstone so much. Yes, 104 sandstone. So let's do this. Add bill. Make sandstone blocks, and we'll do until we have 110. That will work. That'll be plenty. And what would be the crafting, I believe? Ooh. Well, doesn't really seem like we need those dusters quite so much. I don't think that's a top priority quite so much now. So we'll just have him come over and do a little bit of stone cutting. I mean, it'll be fine. So we can accept that quest, do whatever we're doing with this monitor, or the monument, and then we'll get the rewards for it, and we'll have that master book, plus a little bit of extra silver, which will be just fine. Oh, probably need to flip this on, because it'll work faster. And in fact, what we could do, he does have his ability, work drive. Can he cast it on himself? I don't know if he can. No. Okay. Well, if that's the case, can we put that on the researcher? Yeah, it's not going to let me do his. I don't know if that increases her research speed. So we'll put it on Carrie. Again, that's fine. Because eventually we'll have him doing a little bit more constructing. Alright, hold up. Carrie, stop for a second. Get your work drive. And now go back to what you were doing. He was just like running from him. Oh, we have a psychic soothe for the males, so that'll make them happy. That'll help Carrie out quite a bit. Yeah, it's a 16, so it definitely offsets some of this other stuff here. That's cool. How long does he have this rebuff? Okay, not too much longer. May have to increase some of these, make these bedrooms look a little bit better. But I'm worried about getting the value up too much on our group here. Let's see if that's in here. So right now our value is just, what, 45,000? So it's not too bad. I think it's when you start getting upwards of like 60, 70,000 that you start getting a lot harder raids and such. And I'm kind of trying to avoid that right now because we only have 3 people that can actually do any amount of combat. And, that would kind of stink. Alright, Carrie is going to go rest. That's fine. We're going to have someone come in here and do a little bit of cleaning. Actually, probably the next thing I'd like to do real quick before we do anything else is we're going to put a sterile floor in here for now. This is probably going to get expanded as well, made larger. May even move this up here, make this an entire room, and have our freezer up here eventually. But for now, we're okay. But I'd like to get this sterile because it one, it prevents, well, it increases the work speed, I believe, but it also prevents the chance of having food poisoning. And that's a big thing. We don't want anybody catching, getting food poisoning. That's a major mood debuff. And also, it just kind of stinks. I mean, it just, we don't want that because it also, I think you could, it used to be able you could catch an infection, or that may have been a mod I used, but you could actually get an infection from that as well. So, all right, so I just thought of something. I think we have our blocks coming way over here. Well, I know that's there, so I know that's where these blocks are going to end up. So what I might do, they don't have to be indoors. So let's do a stockpile zone right here. We'll literally make this for blocks. Clear everything. Do this as important. It's fine. And this will be our stone blocks. That way when he's done, he doesn't have to take it so far. He's going to come out the door, bring it over here, drop, and grab. So that's what we'll do. And that means we come in here. I think this is set as preferred. We'll take it off. I sort of say I might leave it just in case we have some overflow, but I don't think that would be an issue. Because eventually our blocks are actually going to get to the point where we're going to be using them faster than we can make them. So, but that works. Okay, it looks like that actually is the first blocks he's made. Okay, how much longer do we have on this quest? Gotta accept it in 3 days. I'm going to go ahead and accept it because we have 13 days to build it. And we only need, I mean, he's already got 40 blocks, so yeah, that'll work. So pods arrived. Jump to location. Alright, so I believe, okay, so we have to install this somewhere. Let's kind of put it down this way, just kind of out of the way for now. That works. We can build it, and then we'll probably disassemble it and just have it out of the way. Unless it becomes useful for us, I don't know. Alright, finishing up this research here. What do we have here? Yeah, we're doing the fishing, so we can finally get Poopy and have him productive for the group here. That'll be great. Starvation. Evie. What? Okay, she's eating now. Let's start to say why. She's going to have that pop in occasionally because she is pregnant, and if you notice with pregnancy, let's see, yes, like her moving is down, her manipulation is down, but her hunger ratio offset is actually 30%. So she's basically more hungry more often. So you're going to notice that pop in occasionally where it does say starvation. Carrie, I know you're kind of busy, but let's get you kind of come in here and clean a little bit. Actually, clean laboratory in general. And then can I have you clean the dining room? Yeah, let's just do that. That'll kind of help the mood for everyone. Takes a second, but I'm kind of fine with that. There we are. Now he's back to constructing, and everything looks clean. Jack, what are you doing? Playing horseshoes, that's perfectly fine. Once again, Lily has nothing to do. Alright, so we can come in here and we'll take this bill. Not that bill, but this bill. And you know what, can we do maybe some fine mills now? Let's see. Yeah, let's do some fine mills. Keep that at 100 as well, because it's just meat and such. I mean, she'll use this meat up, but then we can hunt some more. That's perfectly fine. And she can make whatever she needs to make. It keeps her busy, and that works. Lily has creativity. Ooh, so she can make some art, and she's creative. Jack, what are you doing? You're hunting? Okay, that's fine. Carrie, what are we doing here? Let's focus on this. This is not super imperative. I mean, it'd be nice, but I'm not worried about that. I want to get this down to make sure we complete this quest. Okay. So, place wall blueprints. Sandstone blocks. The columns will be sandstone blocks. door blueprints we could do with wood. And do that. And I think we have everything we need. Maybe. Hopefully. We'll see. If worst case scenario, we'll have to just make some more sandstone blocks. That's fine. Okay, he's bringing in some more meat for us, which is perfectly fine. And he went to bed. That's good. She's making some fine meals. We're up to 10. This should be another 4. Yeah, and they'll come in and eat some fine meals, and that will actually be a buff for them as well. Awesome. We have our sterile floor there. Now, if you notice, we'll come in here and look at the history. It's actually gone down a little bit. That's interesting. I thought it would actually go up with the sterile floors, but it went down. Okay. Not sure the reasoning behind that, but I'm not complaining. Not ready for the hard things yet. We're going to have to look at starting to get some defense into this map. Once this research is done, can we do bridges? Heavy bridges. That'll work. Wasn't sure about doing the heavy ones. Is there like... it used to be just standard bridges. Because I think the heavy bridges actually use more materials. But that might be all we have now. Yeah, okay. So that'll be our next thing. And the whole idea behind that is I'm going to put, like, block some of this off across the river. We'll put one here, and we'll get a couple walls here. Basically, the idea is kind of block this area off so our raids will quit coming from the north. They'll start coming this direction. And we can kind of get some defenses put in. Maybe even wall this off and just kind of force everything in through here. And eventually we'll get a wall in here, but that's going to take some time. Because when we start putting these exterior walls in, we're definitely going to be putting those in with blocks instead of wood. Because wood's not going to do anything, especially if we have someone who has the ability to throw out some fire. Whether it be mechs that can do that, or people who have the option as well. Looks like everybody's about to go to bed. But what are you doing, Jack? You going to cut some more blocks for me? Sure, why not? Actually, if you're going to do that, I prefer that we do marble. And we will do that. Like 200 initially, and we'll go from there. But actually, to be honest, let's bring your crafting down. I'd rather you tailor for now. Once that's done, then we can worry about the blocks. Yeah, he can come in and finish this up. Alright, I think we're going to leave it there. Put a cut in the episode, and yeah, the base is looking pretty good. We're definitely going to have plenty of food coming in. We've got some fine meals being made. Everything looks okay. May have to look at doing another bedroom or two very shortly and getting our guest rooms put in. Might be our priority next time as far as what we want to do construction wise. And once heavy bridges are done, we're definitely going to be walling some of this area off here to kind of start getting a little bit of defense in, guys. But until next time, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and if you have, make sure you give it a thumbs up and a like. I would appreciate that. Also, a subscription would help out a small channel like me. That would be great as well. Anyone who has subscribed, all my returning viewers, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back and watching the videos. If you have enjoyed everything, I really appreciate a comment down below. Let me know how I'm doing, and if you have any suggestions for the gameplay as well, I'll get back to you as soon as I can with those comments. Until next time, guys, take care. Thank you for watching.